What it do? Yo, man. Listen. New character, PogChamp, new character, PogChamp. Let's get right into it. Nicodemus is the most recent character being added to the Blood Angels faction. He is a sanguinary priest. The patch notes have been released. People know he's coming, so I'm making this video. As I've said, he's a 4th Blood Angel character. He's a sanguinary priest, which means he's a healer. Looking at his stats, we can see that he has the healer trait, which makes sense. He's an apothecary after all. He has the rapid assault trait, which means his 3 movement will go to 4 before he attacks, which is pretty nice. I will never be upset about a rapid assault trait. He has no other traits, which is fine. As for his stats, he has 8,600 health. He has 2,200 armor. I didn't equip a defensive item to not get that adjusted. It's pauldrons and greaves. That's why it's not equipped. These are reasonable stats, maybe slightly weaker than your average Space Marine, but it is what it is. He has 2,200 damage with 3 hits. This is pretty good because of how healing works. The way it will work is it takes his hits and his damage stat and converts that to healing, so he will heal around 6,600 health, which is quite a bit. He has a crit item and a crit booster. He has 3 movement, and as I said, 3 chain hits. This is pretty cool. A very basic character, very plain. Now, I do want to explain this image on your screen. This is called a chimera. In Greek mythology, a chimera is a fire-breathing female monster with a lion's head, a goat's body, and a serpent's tail. You'll understand why I put this here. Before I cover the abilities, I want to say they are very chimeric. What this means is they have different parts taken from other characters. And to be honest, his abilities use the best parts of other abilities in the game. And this isn't a bad thing. Doing so makes his abilities very strong. So I want to cover his active ability. I also put the active abilities of other characters as well, just for context. His active ability is called Blood Chalice. All adjacent friendly non-mechanical units are set to 50% health. Until the start of their next turn, affected units gain 20% pierce ratio with their melee attacks and heal for 4,986 health if they perform a melee attack. So, this ability is very similar to the Black Rage active ability in the sense that the health of the non-mechanical units is set to 30%. Set is a very important word because it doesn't heal you, it just sets you. So if you're at 100% health, you're going to go down to 50. If you're at 1% health, you're going to go up to 50. So you want to use this when your characters are close to death. That way, they go up. Additionally, it gives plus 20% pierce ratio, very similar to Crusader's Wrath, where it gives additional pierce ratio. However, pierce is cool and all, but it's the weakest part of his ability. What matters most is melee attacks and heal for 5,000 health, essentially, if they perform a melee attack. So, essentially, what this is, say you have Ragnar Blackmane, he's at like 1 health, you use Blood Chalice, he's set to 50% health, he goes in, he attacks, he heals 5,000 health. This is really good. This is, I would argue, one of the best healing abilities in the game. The fact that you can take multiple units, because it's all adjacent friendly non-mechanical units, you at worst get them to 50% health. At best, you get 5,000 health on top of that. Now, I did have a question regarding this. Does Holland's passive work on this? Remember, Holland's passive increases their maximum health stat for characters, and FMG has confirmed that it does work. So say you have a character with a lot of health, like Tyrant's Guard at 10,000 health maybe, and you use FMG's active ability on it, so it goes up to 13,000 health. Then you use Blood Chalice on him, he will be set to 7,500, well, not 7,000, 6,500 health instead of the 5,000. So, very solid ability, very strong ability. For his passive, it's much less explosive, it's much shorter actually. After moving, heals all adjacent friendly units for 1,500 to 2,200 health. If Nico does not move, this ability triggers at the end of his turn. Again, very chimeric ability. Similar to Fabricator Claw array from Isle of Null. After moving, repairs one random friendly unit. If Isle of Null does not move, this ability triggers at the end of his turn. Very similar to that. Healing is varied, however, at max rank, 1500 health just for existing is crazy. And it's everything. Defending the Divine Work is this is active ability. He repairs himself and all friendly adjacent units for a little bit of health. These are like not leveled up, as you can see. So this is at the end of his turn. If he doesn't move, he heals everything around him that's non-mechanical for at least 1500 health and at most 2200 health. I'm gonna go and say this is one of the best healers in the game. Like, his active ability can set everything to 50% health, can heal 5000 health for them just attacking. His passive ability just AoE heals. AoE means area of effect. I just want to clarify for those of you who don't know. People ask questions, and there's no shame in that. It AoE heals everything around him for at least 1500 health, and he can still use his normal, like, turn to heal something for 6600 health. Like, this character, I'm gonna go out and say, I think this is the best healer for legendary release events. I really do think so. As long as your characters survive with the most minute amount of health, this thing just carries them. Like, this is an amazing character. Now for verdicts, right? I don't want to gap too much. This is not a raid character. Okay, like, I know I have a reputation for getting upset at characters not being viable for guild raids. However, I will not complain about a healer being added to Tacticus, right? Not everybody has Isabella, not everybody has Rotbone, not everybody has Holland. Another healer is a good thing, and Holland is an extremely good healer at that. I urge everybody to do everything in your power to unlock this character, because despite not being viable in raids, I think this is one of the best characters we've seen in a while when it comes to being specialized in the thing they do and doing it extremely well. Like, what do I mean by this? Holland is a cool character. I think he's an amazing character, but his passive ability just heals something cool. He has one hit, he heals like 3400 damage at max health. His active ability is cute, it synergizes with the faction, but it's not about healing. Whereas this guy, his active ability is like, hey, you're set to 50% health. If you attack something, you're gonna heal 5000. I'm gonna heal you 1500 to 2200 just for existing, and on top of that, I can heal you for 6600 health. This character is extremely good. I like him. I think he's an amazing character. I think he's a great addition to any roster in the game. I think all players should strive to unlock this character. That's the video. Thank you very much for watching the video. Have a good day and stay safe.